Hi, this is Kashpunisa Bhagewadi. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about Amazon S3 Access Point. In this video, I am going to cover these points. What is Amazon S3 Access Point? How to create access point restrictions and limitations, and we will have hands-on demo. So let's start with the first point. What is Amazon S3 Access Point? Amazon S3 is used to store shared datasets where data might be aggregated and accessed by different applications, teams, and individuals, whether for analytics, machine learning, real-time monitoring, or other data lake use cases. Managing access to this shared bucket requires a single bucket policy that controls access for dozens to hundreds of applications with different permission levels. As an application set grows, the bucket policy becomes more complex, time consuming to manage, and needs to audit it to make sure that changes don't have an unexpected impact to another application. Amazon S3 access points simplify managing data access at scale for shared datasets in S3. Access points are named network endpoints that are attached to buckets that you can use to perform S3 object operations such as get object and put object. Each access point has distinct permissions and network controls that S3 applies for any request that is made through that access point. So suppose in case in your Amazon S3 bucket you are having different data sets, you can see in this diagram. So you want to access different data sets for different purpose. Suppose that for application 1 or user group 1, you can create one access point, that is access point 1. For another purpose, you suppose for application 2 or user group 2, you can create another access point, that is access point 3. And for another application 3, you can create another application access point, that is access point 3. So you can create multiple access points for your different use cases or different purpose. So you can set individual bucket policy, bucket permissions. Instead of using single bucket policy, you can create different permission for each access point, and you can set network controls for each access point. Suppose for access point you want to access your data sets from VPC, so you can select you can configure like that. If you want to access your data from internet for some data sets, so you can set that suppose access 3 you want to you can set for internet control, network control is internet, so you can access um, your data from internet with the help of access point 3. So like that you can set different permissions and network controls to each access point, so it will be easy to manage and easy to handle. You can use only access point to perform operations on objects. You can't use access point to perform other Amazon S3 operations such as modifying or deleting buckets. So you can use access point for your object level operations like get and create object. You can't use for the bucket level operations such as update and delete buckets like that. So moving for the next point, creating access point. Amazon S3 provides functionality for creating and managing access points. You can create S3 access point at no additional cost on new buckets as well as your existing buckets through the AWS Management Console, AWS Command Line Interface, AWS SDK, or Amazon S3 REST API. So there is no additional cost, and you can create access point for your old buckets also and for your new buckets also with the help of CLI Management Console or S3 API or SDK. Access point contains a unique DNS name. You can now address existing and new buckets with any name of your choice that is unique within the AWS account and region. So you can give some name to your access point that should be unique to your account and region. Access point have Amazon ARN names. That is the format is like this. So when you create access point, you will get the ARN for your access point. So this is the format. So here is the your region ARN AWS S3 region account ID access point /resource. So for example, this is the example of ARN. So this like this ARN AWS S3, this is the region, this is your account ID, and access point is the keyword, and /test, this will be your resource or your access name of your access point. Each access point is configured with network origin. When you create an access point, you can choose to make the access point accessible from the internet or from a specific VPC. So while you configuring, you can choose the one of the options from the network origin. You can use either internet or VPC as per your accessing requirement. Block public access. Amazon S3 access points suppose independent block public access setting for each access point. So suppose for your access point 1, you are allowing public access, and suppose you don't want to allow public access, you can create another access point and you can block public access for that particular access point. So there will be independent setting for each access point level for your bucket block public access. So you can allow or you can allow public access or deny public access as per your requirement. Access point policy. This is optional. S3 access point can be configured with an access policy specific to a use case or application. For example, you can create an access point for your S3 bucket that grants access for groups of users or applications. An S3 access point could support a single user or application or groups of users or applications, allowing separate management of each access point. So these are the 3 points you can set in configuration while creating access point. So you can select network origin, you can set block public access, and you can add some permission, add some policy for your access point. So it will be allowed for that, it will be applicable for only that access point. So moving ahead, access point restrictions and limitations. Amazon S3 access points have the following restrictions and limitations. You can only create access point for buckets that you own. Each access point is associated with exactly one bucket, which you can specify when you create the access point. After you create an access point, you can't associate with a different bucket. However, you can delete an access point and then create another one with the same name associated with the different bucket. So for one bucket, for one access point will be associated for only one bucket. After you create an access point, you can't change the VPC configuration. Access point policies are limited to 20 KB in size. You can create a maximum of 1000 access points per AWS account per region. If you need more than 1000 access points for a single account in a single region, you can request to service quotas to increase the limit. You can't use an access point as a destination for S3 cross-region replication. You can only address access point with virtual host style URLs. APIs that control access point functionality, for example, put access point and get access point, don't support cross-account calls. You must use AWS Signature version 4 when making requests to an access point using the REST APIs. Access point only support access over HTTPS. Access point don't support anonymous access. Okay, now we will have hands-on demo. So we will see how we can create Amazon S3 access point. So now I am here on my AWS account. So I am on my S3 management console. So you can select the bucket for which you want to create access point. So I am going to click on my bucket name. So you can see here different tabs. So here is last is access point. You can click here. So here is currently I am not having any access point. So it is showing here 0. So what is access point? Amazon S3 access point simplifies managing data access at scale for shared datasets in S3. So this is for managing purpose. So you can create an access point button here, or you can create here also. So this is the configuration part. So in properties, you can set name for your access point. You can give any name that must be unique for your AWS account and that region. So it is showing me here the my bucket name and the region. So this access point is getting created for this bucket and under this region. So now these are the this is the network origin option. So there are two options for network origin. You can select either VPC or internet. So if you want to access your data only with within your VPC, so you can select this VPC option and you can add your VPC ID here. So for that only particular that VPC, you can use this access point to access your data. So if you don't want to access your data with the VPC, if you want to access through internet, so you can select internet option. So this access point will be your data will get you can access your data with the help of this access point through the internet with this option. So moving for the next, so here access point setting for block public access. So you can either block or you can allow your public access for your data for this particular access point as per your requirement. So moving ahead down, access point policy. So this is optional. So if you want to set access point policy for that this particular access point, so you can create a policy and you can write here in JSON format. If you want to refer some examples, you can click here. So in AWS documents, they had given some examples. So you can see here, go down, access point policy examples. You can see here, this is the following example. So I'm going to show this example. The following access point policy grants IAM user Alice in account. This is the account ID permissions to get and put object with the prefix Alice through access point, my access point. This is the name of access point. In account, this is the account number. So this is the format. You can set like this permission. So like this is version, statement, effect is allowed. Principal is the ARN of your user Alice. Suppose this is the ARN of user Alice. This is account ID user / Alice. Action. So what actions you are allowing for user Alice through this access point. So it is get object, S3 get object and S3 put object. In resource you can add your access point ARN. So this is the ARN of access point. So you can see this ARN. As the name indicates, here is access point. So you can see it is the ARN of access point. For your access point, you can get ARN from here. Access point ARN. You can copy like this and you can use that your particular ARN in this bucket policy. So okay, so this is the example policy. You can, if you want to use like this, you can copy here and you can paste here in that policy part. So this is the policy. Suppose and here ARN, suppose you can copy your ARN and you can change as per your account and user. You can change account name and username. So you can edit this policy as per your requirement and you can create this access point. For this demo purpose, as this is optional, I am not going to add this policy and I am going to create this access point. So successfully created access point demo. So you can see here now access point, it is showing 1. So here is demo, it is showing the name of my demo access point. So name is demo, origin is network and access is bucket and object not public. So you can see here you can select and you can copy ARN of your access point and use to access your data with the help of this ARN of your access point. So you can, if any case if you want to edit your policy, you can click on this button and you can edit your policy also, and you can delete this. If you want to delete access point, you can delete from here, and you can add more access point. So you can create 1000 up to 1000 access point for your one account in single region. So I hope you understand this. If you like, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.